Today we're looking at the Crooked Post Headband, and it got its name because the post stitches seem to be crooked. They're at an angle to each other, kind of zigzagging their way down the front of the headband. So I'm going to give you a little help with placing those post stitches. I've got sort of a mini headband started here. I've done the first 2 rounds, single crochet in the back ridge loops of the foundation chain, and then a round of half double crochet, and now we're ready to start round 3. It starts with a chain 1, and you're going to do a single crochet in that first stitch, and then it says front post double crochet around the same stitch below. So this half double crochet directly below is the one that we're going to go around. Now it has a chain 1 next to it, and I'm going to include that when I do my post stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook to the right of that chain 1 just so there's nothing hanging out there by itself. And oops, I forgot it's a double crochet, so got to yarn over first. Then I'm inserting under that half double crochet and the chain 1, yarn over, go ahead and complete my double crochet. So you can see I've got my single crochet, and then this post stitch is forming an angle. The directions say to skip a stitch, so that's this stitch here I'm skipping, and single crochet in the next stitch, and then you're going to do your post stitch around the same stitch below. Now we have 2 of them done, and we'll go ahead and skip this next stitch, and in the next stitch we do a single crochet, and then this same stitch below. And don't forget, half double crochet is sort of at an angle, so when we say below, you really have to lean over a little bit to the left to get to that stitch. There. Okay, so 3 sets of those stitches are complete. I'm going to go ahead and finish the round, and I'll be back. So I finished round 3, and I'm going to go ahead and join to my first stitch with single crochet. And you can see I've got these nice angled post stitches in round 3. And in round 4, we're going to be working back post stitches that are going to angle the opposite way. So I'm going to go ahead and do my chain 1 and my turn. And when you do a back post stitch, that means you're going to be reaching over to the front side. So I'm going to flip it back to the front just one more time to show you where we're headed. We're going to be inserting our hook from top to bottom because those stitches in round 3 are really at an angle here. So we're heading, it'll be back to your right and underneath that post stitch that's to the right. So let me go ahead and yarn over and get everything facing the correct direction now. So I'm reaching to my right and grabbing that front post stitch from top to bottom, yarning over and completing my double crochet. Let me just turn it so you can see what we did. Basically we just did our front post stitch around, or our back post stitch around the front one below, and that takes care of the first stitch. So you don't have to do anything else in that first stitch. You're going to go ahead and single crochet into the second stitch, and now we're going to do another back post stitch, and it says in the stitch below, if you turn it again and look, you'll see there's our post stitch that we're heading for, and it is right below the stitch that we're working in. So I'll go ahead and insert my hook down under that stitch and complete the post stitch. Now I'm going to skip a stitch, and in the next stitch I'm doing a single crochet, yarn over and get ready to do another back post stitch. So I'm inserting from top to bottom under that front post stitch and yarning over and finishing my stitch. Skipping a stitch, doing a single crochet. And let's just take a look at what we've got. Yay, we have angles. So The stitches we just completed are angling this way, and they're kind of completing the zigzag from round 3. And I just wanted to show you the completed headband again, just so you could really see that texture. You might be wondering, why couldn't we just do the whole thing with front post stitches and just not turn at the end of the round? Well, for one, I'm really picky about my seams. I don't like seams to be crooked if I can help it. And I really didn't want the whole thing to be sort of twisted to the right, which is what was going to happen if I did them all as front post stitches. I wanted these lines to be going straight up and down, so that's why I turn at the end of the round, and that's why we do them as back post stitches. But you can see after you complete a few rounds, you really get that nice zigzag effect. And once you have that down, that's all you're doing really for the whole design until the very last round is just a round of single crochet. I hope you enjoy making the headband, and let me know if you have any questions. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, Ravelry, or right here on YouTube. Thank you.